YouTuber tortures her toddler to death. Part 1.
September 2021, Claudia Alicia Hernandez Santos dialed 911 and called for emergency services to report that her daughter was dead. When cops flew over to a makeshift church on the 1000 block of South 2nd Street in San Jose, they made the sad discovery. Claudia's 3-year-old daughter, Arelido Naomi Proctor, had been laying unconscious on the floor in the back garden church. Roughly 45 minutes later, the young girl was pronounced dead at a local hospital. But as officers began their investigation, the information they were about to uncover will send chills down some of your spines. When we unravel this case, it starts within a short period before the 24th of September 2021. We can't give a specific date because reports don't give us a definite timeline, but I think it had either been 1 or 2 days beforehand. What we do know though is that Arelido had been waking up in the middle of the night and would begin to scream or would cry periodically, fairly normal behaviour for a 3-year-old child. Claudia, however, didn't look at it in the same way. You see, the family were devout Christians. She later told detectives that she believed firmly that Arelido was possessed by a demon.
YouTuber tortures her toddler to death. Part 2.
Possessed by a demon. Within that period before the 24th of September 2021, Claudia's brother, Rene Aaron Hernandez Santos, would visit the house to pray inside of the toddler's bedroom. We'll assume she continued her normal toddler behaviour though, because in the early hours of the 24th of September 2021, Claudia, along with her brother, still believed that she was possessed by a demon, so they drove her to the church, where Claudia's father, the pastor of the church, would perform what they called an exorcism. In other words, they wanted to drive this so-called demon out of Arelido. From 6 AM until 6 PM, she was subjected to this exorcism practice, but the San Jose police called it 12 hours of torture, which would lead to the toddler's death. What I'm about to tell you is all just alleged because this is an ongoing case. Over half of a day, Arelido had fingers put down her throat in the bids of making her vomit. The three believed that if she vomited, they were casting the demon out. She was also subjected to neck squeezes, neck pushes, and strangles for that exact same reason. All three would...
YouTuber tortures her toddler to death. Part 3.
For that exact same reason. All three would take goes at attempting to make her vomit. While one did the vomit attempt, the other two would hold her down in place so she couldn't move. She was held down that forcefully that when first responders arrived at the scene, they observed bruising around her eyes, neck, and chest. Within those 12 hours, it's thought that Arelido was in and out of consciousness. Her mother later told detectives she would fall asleep several times after she pushed down on her throat with a hand. On the last vomit attempt, it's thought that Arelido threw up a clear/purple liquid. Detectives would go on to say that they believe this was blood. Then, at 6 PM, the ordeal was finally over, after the trio thought she was dead. But as you know, the authorities weren't called until 8 PM, 2 hours later. This was done purposely, and Claudia had to be prompted by family members to contact emergency services. Had she done that at 6 PM, there could have been a possibility that the young girl would have survived. On the 31st of January